Hello guys, how are you? We will start a little bit earlier, not with the lecture, but just to set up the live stream and everything, because we are doing it for the first time. We are nervous, we are double nervous because of the lecture and also because of this technical thing. We have different lights and computers and everything. I don't think it will be perfect, but we will do our best, and if anything we learn from this experience, so the next live will be even better. So I'm sorry if this couple of this 10 minutes we will be adjusting things. Anyways, how are you? Please message us +1 if you hear us well, and if the picture is fine, and then we have to see where we can see all your comments and everything. I think those are the comments.
Hi Wendy, send us a text, send us a comment if you can hear us well, guys. We want to make sure that the connection is good before
Send
we
us
start.
a plus. Just comment plus if you hear us well, so we know. Okay, looks good. Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you. Hi guys, thank you for your comments.
Thank you.
Okay, good news. The first
Good
part,
news.
the first part going live is successful so far.
Yeah. Now I
Thank
have
you
to
for
check
joining.
what's going on our website.
Yeah, we are going to connect Instagram Live in a few minutes as well, so people from Instagram can see. And also we're transmitting it to our website. We want to make sure that it is available to as many people as possible. Thank you, guys. How is your morning going on? Or where are you from, guys? Where are you watching from?
Where are you at the moment? We are in Pasadena, California.
So it's morning for us.
Yeah. You can tell by my face, it's morning.
I can hear you. All right, great. Thank you. It is Sunday morning here in California. The weather is very good. It is sunny. We have very warm weather this weekend, actually.
Yeah.
Where are you guys from? Where are you watching from? We are very curious.
London. Oh.
Wow, how's the weather in London?
Arizona. DC.
Hello from DC. Hi, guys. Phoenix. All right. Very nice.
Let us also tell you guys that we are all in this together, and we are suffering this health crisis different ways. We were fortunate enough; we are not sick or anything so far. We're doing really good and healthy, and we hope you are doing well as well. But even we are all healthy, we still cannot do much. We're very limited in our movement, in our dancing, in everything. So we do feel the impact, and I'm sure everybody does. So we hope we keep you motivated in this way, and ourselves as well, and we can hang in there for a little more, so we can overcome this difficulty.
Guys from Florida. Oh wow, Mexico. Hi. Must be very warm in Mexico and Florida too. Canada. Cold in London. Yeah, I bet, guys. I'm sorry about what's going on in London. We watch the news and we hear what's going on. It's really scary. I hope you guys are holding on there and everyone's healthy, your families are safe.
Talking about cold weather, in Ukraine it's freezing right now, and we are going there. We're planning to go in February, so hopefully we will be alive.
We want to try
after
to go
that,
to
after
Ukraine.
that trip.
Ukraine is freezing right now. Lots of snow we hear. Hi Yuko. Hi Trisha. Nice to see you guys. Вітання з України. Доброго вечора. В Україні вже вечір. Hello guys. This lecture is going to be in English. We hope it's good for everyone. For those who watch from Ukraine as well. If you have any questions, please message us as well in those comments. We will be more than happy to answer.
All right, I've done something for our website. I hope it works, and then people that subscribed will not be...
All right, it works. Okay, we're transmitting this live to our website, yaroslavlilia.com. So if someone doesn't have a Facebook account, they will still be able to watch it.
Yeah.
All right, Yaroslav, well done.
I'm definitely learning new skills on this quarantine. And then we would like to say thanks to everyone who subscribed to our website. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do it. So we had about 100 people, like 92 people at the moment, I think, in a little bit over a month, like in a month and a half. And we feel really grateful that you guys trust us and trust our knowledge and opinion. And we are constantly thinking about dancing and different, different things we can improve for ourselves and for everybody, because we've been dancing all our lives, and we tied up to, to this beautiful, I don't know, industry or sport or art, call it whatever, but we really feel for it, and we are trying to develop ourselves, but also thinking how other people can benefit from it. So this was one of the main ideas why we started all of it. And so of course when you have a website, then you realize how many things you can do. So we have some free content. Soon we will have some lessons that will be available for purchase, and we're thinking really seriously how we can put in there the best information. So hopefully you're gonna enjoy it, but subscribe for free. This is the first step, and then we can stay connected, and you will receive all the updates on everything. All right, looks like we have some people. Maybe we will turn on the Instagram right now. We will say hi to all the Instagram people.
A lot of devices here, guys. Our apartment turned into a little studio.
Okay, hello
Right.
Instagram as well as Facebook. So we connected a little bit earlier. We still have 4 minutes, so in 4 minutes we're going to start the lecture. Mostly Russian-speaking people we have on our Instagram. Ikaika, hello. Thank you
Hi.
for joining, Andrei and Katya.
Hi, guys.
So mostly Russian-speaking people, Ukrainian-speaking people, but we hope you will not leave us because we are, because we are speaking English in here. Because we had experience in the past. People are joining in, then they hear English. Hi. Then they hear English language from Ukraine, and then they disconnect right away. So guys, learn English. Yeah.
Have a good day, Kaika.
Ukrainian kids, learn English. It's really beneficial. You can discover many things and meet a lot of interesting people. You can travel the world, a lot of benefits in there. And also you can understand our lecture. For today, that's I think the most important things.
All right, just a couple of minutes more, guys. We'll wait until it's 10 a.m. here in California. Just 3 more minutes before we start the lecture. Meanwhile, guys...
Sandra, I will. Thank you. Thank you for saying hi.
Hi. So meanwhile, guys, just comment us on Instagram if you can hear us well. I know my parents are watching. Hi, parents, mom and dad.
If you have any questions about your dancing, please comment, and then we will really do our best to answer them at the end. We're not limited to any time, but our mental limit for this lecture is like 1 hour, so 45 minutes. 40 minutes we'll be talking about the subject organizer dance knowledge, and then the rest we will be answering questions and hope we can communicate with you guys. We have to tell you right away that we will be answering the questions as much as we can in relation to our today's subject, but we have already received few questions, and actually that's they say, some kind of bloggers, they say, oh, we have received so many questions, but that's a lie. But we have a lot of questions that people send us. So we will be answering them. We will try to really answer the question, but also tied up to our today's subject, because
we received some questions that are a little bit more away from the subject, let's say. Yeah. But we will try to cover them as well if we have time. We
will definitely give you our opinion on that stuff. All right, 1 minute.
Hi guys, thanks for joining. If you have just joined the Facebook Live, leave us a comment. Where are you watching from? All right.
Wow, we can do some mask in the video.
No, let's not do a mask.
Hi, Janusz and Marian.
All right, just one more minute. Hi, everyone. So again, just a little reminder, today's lecture is called Organize Your Dance Knowledge. Hi guys. So Organize Your Dance Knowledge is everything about ballroom dancing. We're going to mainly talk about international standard or ballroom because this is what we've been doing for our whole lives. But if you're dancing any other style, if you're Latin people, if you're probably American smooth people, either you're a teacher or you're a student, we hope this is going to be helpful for you as well. All right?
I see Matt is watching across the street. Hi, Matt. Wow.
Hi, Matt.
A lot of people from England. Hi, Paige. Santa
Hi,
Barbara.
Sunny Santa Barbara.
Beautiful
Good morning.
place. Hopefully I see you there next week. Okay, so organize, let's start. Organize your dance knowledge. First should be some knowledge to organize. and of course, there must be a source of knowledge. Normally, source of knowledge is our dance teacher, but right now, these days, we have a lot of different sources of knowledge and information. Sorry, guys. Information is available to us, you know, at the rates like unseen before. We have internet, we have different platforms of internet, and it's one click away, literally. So I can access, you know, on YouTube and watch the best dancers. Basically, as I wake up in my bed, I can already start learning in a way. Now, the difficulty is we are very often are getting confused with that. And this is really the main problem that everyone is facing in ballroom dancing, no matter the level, the age, the status or anything like that. We know beginners who are confused and we know Blackpool finalists who are also confused. We will not disclose any names of both groups, but those people really exist. And then people who are just starting to dance, if you guys think that you know, somebody who is doing so well, they're never confused and the experience is seamless, it's not always that simple. So everybody has some kind of a struggle and issue when they're learning.
Now, throughout our careers, we've been confused many times. I remember myself being a teenager or being a child. I used to always dance with partners older than me because I was always very tall. So I had to dance with someone older and therefore more experienced, and therefore I had to learn so fast. And I was always confused as a child. So throughout my career, I've taken so many lessons, and Yaroslav and I, we've taken probably thousands of different lessons overall, over 20 years of our dancing careers, and we've had so many dance teachers. Our teachers were the best in the world, and there were teachers from all over the world, probably all over Europe, and now in America as well. So we had a lot of experience of receiving all this kind of different information. Sometimes, most of the time actually, our teachers wouldn't speak our native language, right? So they would speak English, which is not our mother tongue. So we had to translate the information, and you know how they say the information gets lost in translation often, right? So the teachers with different mentality, coming from different background, with different style, different teaching methods, different keywords, all this kind of stuff we've experienced during our lessons. And again, we had a lot of training camps and private lessons, and we've always had this experience of receiving a lot of information. Even the days before Instagram, before YouTube, before all this social media and all this available information online, we've already had a lot of experience with getting confused in a way, right?
Yeah. Confused since 1996 or whatever, the year I started to dance. So the first step to organizing your knowledge is actually not to be confused, because the problem is that we are getting confused, especially on the lesson, during the lesson. Now, it's really worth mentioning that as the time goes on and our economical freedoms and everything, they are improving actually in any country. So we are coming from Ukraine and we live in United States. United States is by far more developed than Ukraine in in many aspects. But Ukraine is developing tremendously as well as other countries. So when we are getting those economical freedoms, then people are, they are acting more as a free market, and the trend in ballroom dancing is going towards a student having many teachers. So I would like to clarify that part. I truly believe that you have to have one main coach, and that is the person who is responsible, the trustworthy person that really can guide you. But even right now with the club system, let's say like in Ukraine, you have a club, you have one head coach, and you have a bunch of kids. You still have many teachers. So teacher should not be there every day with you, but that can be a person, or right now, again, the trend is going towards a group of people who are guiding you, giving you different information, different angle, and of course, the more different opinions you can have on your dancing, the better. But the risk is you can get easily very, very confused. So having those economical freedoms is really good, but and access to information really good. But how do I stay focused, and how do I stay clear with all that overwhelming amount of data that I have? And this is really where we're at right now. So in our opinion, and that's why we started this live lecture today, the information is getting distorted between the transfer from teacher to student. And when we say from teacher to student, what we mean as well by that is not only one way teacher-student, but sometimes student-teacher. So teacher and student are both participants in the transfer of information. We're talking about ballroom dancing. I don't know, guys, we are all coming from different backgrounds. Somebody are not professional dancers. Maybe if you think we are talking about something applicable to different area, yes, please make a comment if that makes sense for you. So now, how do we transfer the information between teacher-student or student-teacher so it's not getting lost in that transfer and in that translation? As Lilia have mentioned, very often teacher and student are coming from different countries, and we speak different language. So there is an extra burden in here that we have to overcome, and we will explain how that works, and we'll give you a solution today. So all those thoughts moved us to come up with our own methodology, and this is not something that we just created, over 5 minutes. I realized we are talking a lot. We are married and we see each other all the time. So we're talking about dancing a lot. And then in one of those conversations, we found out that the way we learn as a students. So right now we are teachers and students at the same time.
We're in this perfect situation when we experience both sides. So we know how to be a student and we know how to be a teacher, since we're doing it for some time already. Yeah,
it's tough, but for this lecture, this is a perfect case scenario. Hi guys, Instagram people, thank you for joining in. Hi Natasha. And we were talking about this, and then my own background is that from the very early age, I started to dance when I was 6 years old. It was very tough for me to learn. I don't know why. For example, I really don't consider myself a talented person. Some people say I am, but I really believe I'm not. So I really have to learn the hardest way, and sometimes the information that is available, I really do not understand the same way as other people. So for me, I was very confused many times and many years. So I find out that every time I learn with a certain pattern and certain methodology. And then when we were able to realize the methodology, this was the first step to create the Prism Method. And I personally see it this way. If me being so stupid, and even I can get it with this methodology, I'm sure everybody can get it, because you guys have no idea how hard it was for me in this learning process.
Oh my God. I think you're talented, baby.
Okay,
Don't
thank
worry
you.
about it. What Yaroslav is saying that actually we've, as we were talking a lot, you know how to say quarantine made me do it. As we were talking during this quarantine, we've obviously had a lot of free time. We were talking about dancing, and we realized the way we've been learning, and we've systematized the way we are teaching as well. So as we're talking about different teaching methods, about all the principles we teach our students, we realized that we are very much, we really very much want to systematize all our knowledge, and we want to put it together for you guys and for ourselves as well, for all of us to be able to use it. So this is the way we've been learning, this is the way we've been teaching for some time, and finally now over this quarantine, I think it took us maybe a little bit less than a year, we were able to put it in words and in the images, and we are very happy to share it with you now.
So how to organize your knowledge? Using Prism Method. So Prism Method is our own methodology, and it's been designed to solve the main problem of the dancing, which is transfer of information between teacher and student. Can be both ways. Then it gives the teacher clear structure and the skill how to talk to the student, and it gives the student the skill of differentiation of information. So you really know which set of skills is being developed at particular moment in time. Now the beautiful part of it, and we will explain the method for you today, the beautiful part of it is that if teacher knows it and student doesn't know it, that's fine, because student doesn't have to worry about this. So I teach people and I don't even tell them that I'm using it, but they already feel the benefit because it's so clear. Now, if teacher doesn't know the method, but student knows the method, and by student I mean any student, anyone who is learning dancing, can be pro-am student, can be a kid, can be a professional taking lesson from another professional, it doesn't really matter. So if student knows the method, by understanding how it works, you can really ask your teacher correct question and really understand which set of skills is being developed, and which information you're receiving, so you can put it into certain layer. So this is how we understand it. We understand it through different layers. We're very confident to share this with you guys because we cannot solve all the problems in the world, and of course this information is widely available. This is our, we're looking it through our prism, and we would like to share with you guys. So this is not a rocket science. Hi Dasha, thank you for joining us. We miss you. So yeah, so that information is widely available, and we would like to share with you. So in the Prism method there are seven layers, and it's going from more simple to more difficult. So the first and more simple level is syllabus. Then it's posture, mechanics, dynamics, musicality, performance, and on top personalization. And just we would like to talk a little bit about
more detailed about each layer, right?
You want to start with
Of course,
with the syllabus,
right? So the ground level of our pyramid, which we call Prism Method, is syllabus layer. And syllabus, by syllabus we mean anything that is basically written in a technique book. It is foot positions, directions, footwork, rhythms of the figures, anything that you can find in a technique book. So all the basic technique related to international standard in this way, in this case, this is what is going to be situated on the first layer, on syllabus layer. All right.
Then moving to the next layer will be posture. So posture and poise and everything that is related to that. So basically it's all our blocks of weight, how we put position, where our arms are, how to create posture, and then those are the first step in understanding how to maintain a good posture and what it really means to maintain a posture. So everything related to frame and spine and how to be vertical and horizontal and everything for standard. We're talking just from the standards point of view right now. This is in our second layer, which is posture.
Everything related to setup.
Because the way we see it, you can do syllabus really well and all those angles and directions and footwork and everything, but you can still say that, well, I know syllabus really well even with bad posture. So posture is the next level that you have to learn. So the next layer is mechanics. Mechanics is a really huge level. When we understood our system and pyramid, we realized that many people retire on mechanics. So they do the 3 first layers. It takes them such a long time to develop, and it really does take a long time to develop. And so you just have no time. By the time you develop mechanics, that's it. You know, so much time passed, you don't want to dance anymore. But it's so much more into dancing. So mechanics is basically all the technique that you hear every day.
How the joints
most
work.
of it, 90%.
This is how the joints work, how your legs basically bend, right? All the leg mechanics, all the body actions, everything you do with your torso. So everything related to movement is going to be situated on a mechanics level or layer.
And now in the mechanics, having good posture and syllabus, you start moving. So on the mechanics level, if you need to fix posture, if you have troubles with your spine, let's say, you need to realize that there is a posture to the problem and then there is a mechanics to the problem, because the posture starts moving right now. So this is another layer.
Yeah,
now,
this is what Yaroslav, this is what we're going to clarify a little bit later in the examples, how to define which is what, right? So this is where the confusion sometimes is coming from. This is already, as we're getting higher in the pyramid, as you can see, we're going through more layers. That is why it is very important to clarify which layer you're working on.
Moving forward, another layer we call dynamics. And dynamics is when we relate our movements to each other, So on a mechanical level, we can definitely dance by ourselves and we have plenty things to work on. But then as soon as you start dancing with your partner, then the dynamics part kicks in, and it is really important to understand where is another person in there and how do I relate to another person. So everything with the lead and follow, everything about lead and follow, everything about inside edge, outside edge of the turn, about different redirections and everything. So this is all on the dynamics level.
Yes, how we interact with each other, right? So it is very important to be aware of another partner's body now on dynamics level, and this is where we are going to communicate with each other, especially in standard. It's very important, we find. Yeah. Without dynamics, it's very hard to dance with each other, if you think about it.
And very confusing as well. Musicality. So musicality, many of you guys would think, well, we have some kind of musicality and syllabus because we have rhythms. So the main difference between the musicality level and something that we have in syllabus is that we know the rules so well from syllabus. We've been really good and we studied everything.
Learned all the rhythms.
And we are on time, so we understand the tempo, we understand the rhythm, the difference between all of that. So now we're so good that we can bend the rules. And this is where we have, well done. This is where we have this musicality, and we can really show the manner how we're dancing in a musical way. You know, very often we hear staccato, legato, rubato, all those kind of things, and not only in tango. It's possible to do not only in tango, but that's musicality. You see, you cannot delay things and do rubato and steal the time from one bar to another bar on the syllabus level, because the truth is
tell you you're off time.
Yeah, the truth is you are off time really on the syllabus level. But if you're so good, you can go to musicality and do it well. This is where you really make the difference.
Yes, so this is where you can break the rules and make it more interesting and express the music. So this is where the fun part really starts.
Yeah.
All right, so the next layer in our pyramid is going to be performance. So on a performance level, we talk about everything that is related to any kind of performance, such as competition, showcase. Might be your performance in the empty studio during COVID practice while you're making a video of yourself, right? So performance consists of all the things. If we talk about competition, is going to be tactics, how you go to the competition, where you're planning to start, and probably Yaroslav will present it better from a male's perspective, how you floor craft, all the things that matter at the competition, right?
Yes, and then again, I want to say hi to Angelo. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, yeah, thank you guys watching on Instagram. We are looking there because we have a Facebook Live at the same time, but we see you joining. Thanks so much for all your comments.
So when, in my humble opinion, if you don't have musicality, dynamics and everything, it's too early to go to compete. At least you need to have a basic knowledge of all those layers. So that's why after musicality we have performance, and performance is really the delivery that we need to show on the dance floor. Performance level also contains when you have like a showcase performance and you have one show dance to do. There are many aspects into it, and sometimes you realize that you're working so much in musicality, but in the competition environment it doesn't really matter because you will have 23 couples in your heat, and the truth is you don't have a chance to show that musicality. So all those strategies and everything about being good and and look good at the competition, this is the performance level.
How to deliver everything you know about all the previous layers, how to make sure you're doing all the things you've learned from the Prism Method, right? How to make sure you're delivering your mechanics, you're communicating with your partner to create dynamics, you are aware of the music, you are in the moment, how to express the music. So all these things, how to focus, all the psychology behind it, how to focus and really deliver everything you're capable of during any kind of performance. So this is what we're going to put on a performance level.
Personalization, the very, very top level. If I tell you right now that I personally know that level 100%, I will be lying to you. So this is a work in progress. How do I make my dancing my own, yeah, personal? How is this following my following? How is this, I don't know, bow or style my style? This is all on the personalization level. I think this is the toughest level by far. I think very, very few dancers over the last, I don't know, 100 years really achieved that. And of course, that's the level that strikes, I would say, the most. And very often you hear that, well, there are people who are champions and there are people who really touched, you know, everybody's heart and everything. And I'm really respectful to both categories. But we know a lot of dancers who are considered to be like legends, but they were never champions, for example. And I think what they have really achieved is the personalization. Sometimes, actually, I will not mention any names today. I don't want to. But sometimes there are dancers that were really good in particular things, and the personalization level was so high that even their bad footwork or even the lack of posture or anything like that, it was still, you know...
It wasn't as important.
Yeah, it wasn't
anymore.
as important. Yeah. If you're dancing and people are crying because you're so good, and then sometimes you have some posture problem, you know, once in a while, I think if you're that good, people will forgive you. Yeah, and please don't misunderstand me. We really need to have good posture, and we are posture freaks. So that's something, for me, very striking. You see it right away. Good posture, bad posture. But talking about personalization, I think that's the main point.
Yeah, and I think it is a very exciting process. It is in a way an endless process of how you can express yourself. And this is something that all the dancers and I think all the artists are striving for, to get to the level where you have all your technique available for you, where your body works automatically, where you have all the mechanics embedded in your body, and you can really forget about it on a conscious level and really focus on how you can personalize your style, and how you can make this dance your own, and how can you be remembered for it, And on the personalization level, it's everything related even to the style you dress, the style of your hair, your makeup. Everything is related to your overall look on the floor. This is also personalization. So anything that can make you different from, let's say, your competitor or different from any other dancer, right? So personalization is a really interesting subject, and I think it is an endless subject to develop. This is what really excites us.
Again, sometimes just few more words on that layer. So we are learning the rules really hard, and then if we're really good at it, we can bend them. I don't want to say break them.
Hi guys.
Personalization. You are dancing as a juvenile or preteen, and you have a lot of different regulations for your costumes, especially the girls, right? So the dress is supposed to be certain size, certain length of the skirt, certain cut, and everything. But then once you have this structure and discipline, as we move on somewhere in amateurs or youth or professionals, you can personalize the dress. You can come up with any design, but you need to learn the structure first. So then you understand it, you can bend it on the very high level, and you can personalize it. And this is approximately how it works. Like
Yes.
Lilia said, can be dress, can be the way you move, can be other aspects.
Yeah, the way you express the music and stuff. So again, this is why personalization is on top of the pyramid. This is why Yaroslav says it is very important to learn the rules first, so you understand how to then play with them and how to bend them. This is why it is in the end of, or on the top of the pyramid.
Yeah. So first step is to remember the structure. And our structure, again, is syllabus, posture, mechanics, dynamics, musicality, performance, personalization. All right. So now, even with this information alone, you can already improve your dance lesson. So the knowledge that you're receiving can be transmitted through those layers, the information you're receiving. If I'm correcting you and I'm saying you are off time and you're not maintaining the tempo, right away for you it has to go through the syllabus layer, because the tempo has nothing to do with the posture or with the performance or anything like that. So it will enhance your performance, but the layer of that information is syllabus, because this is where we have to stick to the tempo.
Right. If we go to examples, right?
Just simple, like
simple examples. Do you want to go over the examples on the layer?
Well, I just wanted again to say a few more things, like if you receive information on lead and follow. So lead and follow has nothing really to do with your posture. It might enhance your posture at some point, but lead and follow is dynamics. Or every time you hear again something about inside edge of the turn. And simple thing is, we've been I remember a few years ago we've been fighting with Lilia, because Lilia, she's a free free soul. She wants to do a lot of things. If she knows rotation, she will do rotation 200%. That's something I admire from her. But if she does 200% on the inside edge of the turn, I have no chance in doing my job. Yeah. So we've been talking, and then she says, well, do I do rotation? Yes. Do you do rotation? Yes, I'm doing rotation too. And then she asked me a really good question. Why you are allowed to do 100% of rotation, but I have to wait for you and do, 60% of rotation? I'm capable of doing as much as you do. And that was really, one of the turning points as well. And then we're thinking, well, maybe the problem is not the rotation. The problem is your inside edge of the turn, and you're definitely capable. Remember that?
Of
yeah,
course.
You're definitely capable of doing that. Now we're talking about dynamics. So in dynamics point of view, that's why you're doing less, let's say, and I'm doing more on the outside edge of the turn. But it has nothing to do with your ability to rotate. So ability to rotate, you learn in mechanics. But then amount of it in relation to other person, you learn in dynamics. So by understanding the prism and the layers, the structure, you can already clarify many things for you and differentiate what type of layer you're working on.
Avoid fighting.
At
This
all
is
costs.
very important, that the prism layer gives you that possibility. The prism method, sorry. And then, you just are so much you're just so much better in a way understanding your teacher or your partner. You basically get a chance to speak the same language. You are gaining those similar keywords or the same keywords that you can use in communication. We've had many situations like at the lesson, we've received a correction, and then let's say Yaroslav thinks, all right, but this goes across with what I want to do here on mechanical level, but then I would tell him, okay, this is something that they want from you on a dynamics level, and he's like, all right, now I got it. I don't have to try to do it through my mechanics of the body. I have to think about the dynamics, how this is working in relation to you, in relation to the figure. So that is automatically allowing us talking about it together, understand the teacher who might not even know what we're talking about, right? So this is something that gives us this common ground, and this is something that for us was a huge way to improve and improve faster.
Go into more exact, I would say, examples.
Yes.
Yeah. So now guys, comment and send us like a plus. How many times did you hear back weighted on your dance lesson?
Yeah, leave us a comment, guys.
Leave us
Maybe
a comment.
any emoji or any letter.
Anyone
whatever.
who heard back weighted on the dance lesson, we want to see.
Or from your partner, especially girls. I know when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, my partners, all of them probably at some point told me I was back-weighted. So this is something that we hear from our students many times. They are somehow afraid to be back-weighted because this word is not very often. Joy said, okay, Joy, you went through a very good school right away. So again, yeah, thanks for comments,
oh my
guys.
God.
All right, many pluses there.
We have multiple pluses
20
per person.
years. Oh my God. All right, ladies, I feel you. I know what you're talking about. So from the ladies' perspective, I don't know, so many times, I don't know, maybe because we're dancing in heels all the time. Yes, Cynthia. All right, so we will hopefully fix it for you, okay, right now.
We're fixing
right
it right now, yeah.
Yeah, so many times, maybe because we're trying to achieve that maximum curve, the huge shape or whatever, maybe because we're dancing in heels, we want to move actively. So being back-weighted is something that we've heard so many times over our career. Probably Yaroslav a little bit less, I'm a little bit more. This is something our students are, in a way, afraid of or complaining about.
Well, back-weighted, worse than coronavirus, because even before the virus, I've been hearing it every day from the people who are not even back-weighted.
Yes,
but
that's
they're
the
like,
most important.
am I back-weighted? I just want to make sure I'm not back-weighted.
Especially when on the outside of the turn. All right, very good.
Yeah.
Yes,
okay. So talking about being back-weighted, we can look at it actually on different layers. It can be posture. It can be mechanics, it can be dynamics, can be syllabus, all right? Now, that is exactly the problem. So when someone tells you back-weighted, or when you are making comment about somebody back-weighted, you have to specify which area of back-weighted, which layer it is. Otherwise,
why did it happen?
Chances are the person will still be back-weighted and it's going to create a lot of confusion.
So if we take a look at it from, let's say, posture first, okay? From the posture layer, we take a look at the back-weighted comment. So we set up and we take a hold with our partner and we are starting to pull back straight away, okay? Yeah. So this is where we have to take a look at our alignments. We have to make sure that our posture is upright, that all the blocks of weight are aligned and stuff like that. So we have to, if we're back-weighted right away from the moment we set up with our partner, we're pulling on him, we have to check where our blocks of weight are, what our frame is doing, so everything related to posture. So this is if you hear back-weighted right away as you set up. Okay?
It is a posture.
It is posture
postural problem.
Now, if we go into, let's say, syllabus, okay? So if you are setting up and you're great with your posture when you stand, before you starting to move, so everything so far so good, and then we start to move. Let's say we're doing a natural turn in slow waltz and standard, right? And we're taking the back, from the girl's perspective, all right? We're taking the backward step, we're taking a side step, okay? And we're closing our feet, and we know the next step is forward. And it happens on the beat number 1, okay? So we take 1, 2, 3, and we're late to go forward on the next one. We are back-weighted because we didn't go forward on time. So we didn't take that direction with our step, with our leg, into the required rhythm, in required tempo.
And there is a point in alignment there for a girl. So again, back weighted because in syllabus pointing alignment did not work. That's why you're back weighted for the
Yeah, it can
for the
happen
next
on
step.
that step as well, yeah.
So that's some kind of functional problem.
So
It
you
can be a, sorry Lilia, it can be a it can be a whisk involved as well. For
Oh,
the
whisk
girls.
is very popular. Probably some ladies here that commented, you guys are going to relate to that because I remember we worked on whisks with some of you actually. Yeah, whisk is very, very popular. Going out of the whisk for the girls, right? Again, on a syllabus layer. If we are whisking back with our right foot and we're late to go forward onto the next step with our left foot, this is a purely syllabus issue. You have to basically count. And if you count and you maintain the rhythms and you maintain the tempo that music dictates you, then you will fix your back-weighted problem on a syllabus level, on a syllabus layer.
So again,
Alright?
you need to understand the CBM has to be on time. You need to know what it is. So this is some kind of functional, really syllabus issue.
Yeah, all that's written in a technique book.
Being back-weighted, if we're talking about dynamics, and I think this is the most common, I would say.
This is a little bit more complicated. So if you are in a little bit higher level, you might experience that back whisks so expensive. Oh my God, I'm sorry, Violet. I know whisks are very difficult for the girls to go out of the whisk. You have to really count. Yeah, make sure your posture is good from the beginning. And then dynamics Yaroslav's gonna help you.
Feather step is a very expensive step as well.
Yeah.
So
Some
talking
steps are
about,
just like that.
Yeah, talking about dynamics and being back-weighted.
Hi guys.
You simply, again, need to understand how your body moves in relation to your partner, but also how do you use spaces and what are the possibilities of those spaces when you are moving. Especially how you redirect into the next figure with your partner. So again, knowing the dynamics, you need to realize the pattern that your routine does, you're doing within that routine many steps ahead. And then if that redirection is not on time and not properly done with your partner, you're gonna be back-weighted. And of course, this back-weighted stuff comes very often from being inside edge of the turn, moving backwards. Doesn't matter, which of the partners are doing it, because we both can go back inside edge of the turn, right? So when you're going back inside edge of the turn and the way you redirect, and this is definitely a dynamics issue. Now again, this is where confusion starts, guys. Dynamics issue, but looks on the first side as you're losing your posture. That's why you've been pointed out that you're back-weighted, right?
Now you're just trying to stay upright.
So,
now you're trying to fix your posture.
Yeah, and no matter how much nose over toes you're going to do, it's not going to be fixed. Unless you understand that that is a problem from the dynamics and it should be fixed a certain way. So, will your posture improve? Yes. But it will only you only will be able to improve it by understanding that that's the issue from the dynamics and by fixing it correct way. So of course everything is interconnected, but knowing on which layer the problem needs to be fixed, that's the key really. That's why we have this live today.
Yes, and that's why we're dividing the Prism Method into all those layers, right? And since you've had so many comments on being back-weighted, oh my God, we really hope you will be able to fix it. Really think which mistake, where are you back-weighted, and which mistake you think you have. Either it's posture, either it's syllabus, maybe you're not counting when you're going out of those whisks, maybe it's dynamics on a little bit higher level. You have to discuss with your partner or your teacher who's on the inside edge of the turn, who's on the outside edge of the turn. Are you going forwards at that moment of time? Are you going backwards in that moment of time? Also, mechanics level.
Just because we don't have much time left, we still want to tell you a lot of things. Another example, if you don't mind, Lilia, left side forward. So please comment anything you want, send us a plus. Who heard in standard about left side forward?
Hi, Max. Thank
for
you.
whatever reason. I'm sure it's going to be again multiple.
This is my favorite of all times.
Multiple pluses. So when you hear about the left side forward, first thing is definitely there is some problem with that left side, right? Because
global.
Yeah, the truth is no one wants to create the problem. Talking from the teacher's perspective.
All the time.
Talking from the teacher's perspective. If there is no problem, then why would I point out those things? I must be really nuts to see the problem where there is no problem. So now, left side forward. Again,
Left side.
is it...
Hi, Greg. It's the right side, actually.
That's just a joke, inside joke. So now, left side forward. Ask yourself or ask your teacher or tell your student, is it a left side in terms of the posture, okay? Is it a left side that being lost somewhere or something is done improperly as we're moving? So now we're talking about mechanics. Can't think really about dynamics and the left side so much, but most of the time it's either posture or mechanics. And it can be very, very confusing, even though just two layers in here. So, I mean, with posture, it's all clear. If you know the alignment, you cannot, twist, I don't know, too much to the left, then you need to bring left side forward. Too much to the right, then there is a problem. Left side is too forward. So you actually have to turn the left side away, basically, right? So this is a postural problem.
Yes.
Now, talking about mechanics, I don't know if you
if you're rotating to the left too early, then you're going to take your left side, let's say, away from your partner. Or in a 3-step, yes, Violet, it is going to be a reverse figure, right? So if you are rotating before taking a step, basically, right? If you're rotating faster than your partner, then it is going to be is the issue of the left side, or basically you turning away from the partner or rotating not at the same time as your partner does.
So how do I fix that? I simply have to understand where is my neutral position on the first step. As soon as I understand that, if I hit the neutral position correct way in between 2 feet and basically lined up, after that I can rotate as much to the left, to the right, whatever direction I want and I need to take. But so I can fix my left side basically not by thinking about left side so much, but by thinking about neutral position, which sounds like really a separate thing. But I have no chance to think about neutral position if I try to fix it and I think it's about my posture, because the side looks like related really to the posture.
And we get to another problem where your left side is great, but your right side is back.
Yeah, and then left side too much forward, right side is away. So keep the left side forward and right side not away, and then basically just two sides at the same time, and you become so square like this iPad, and you don't want to dance with this kind of body where everything is square and nothing is working and rotating and swaying and everything.
So again, this guys will be something that can be fixed through mechanics, not by just posture position, not by just static correction.
Yeah, so hopefully at this point you guys understand how those layers work. You still need to have teacher, you still need to have knowledge. But then you have to clarify things and really have the skill of differentiation of information and understand which layer is being worked on, or how do I fix this problem, which layer do I have to use to fix that problem. Because the truth is, very often it's not that obvious. So again, like the side, very obvious is the posture, but sometimes it's not the posture that you need to fix.
Very obvious, yes. So many times we've been through some corrections that influenced our posture in a way we wouldn't be able to do anything at all after those corrections, right? So you have to really make sure that if it's on the mechanics level, that your posture is not influenced. If it's on dynamics level, you understand that your mechanics is still working, but we're now talking about amounts, we're talking about timing in relation to our partner. So all this understanding will really help you to be so much clearer about what you're doing with your partner, with your teacher, with your students. So this is really, really very helpful. It's like a model, it's that prism you're putting on top of what you already know. So we are not teaching you anything new, guys, here, right? We're not giving you any new information in a way. It's everything you already know about yourself, all the mistakes you've probably heard from your teachers, everything you've already heard before. So it's just like a methodology that you can use to systematize all this knowledge you've accumulated already.
Moving forward and talking about Prism Method, the other benefit that you can get from it, you can understand, and actually you have to know, talking from the student's point of view, going to some teacher that is not your main coach, let's say, or having a coaching with someone. what is that teacher good at? And I'm saying it in a very respectful way. So I realize I cannot be good at everything. And there are certain areas I'm teaching better than others. Of course, I mean, I teach everything so good, but some layers are a little bit better than others. So now, let's say, so we know a lot of great teachers, and they're getting inspired, and they're teaching really well musicality, performance, and personalization. So those are people who are doing, really good routines. They can really show you all the bits and pieces, how to be musical, how to be clever during the competition and things like that.
What's the best choreography that suits you? This is something about personalization, right?
Very important, choreography, of course, because you need to be inspired when you do that choreography. You have to look good. Other people have to like what you're dancing as well, some interesting pieces and stuff. So now, let's say me and Lilia, we are going to this kind of teacher, and we are asking him or her a whole bunch of questions about footwork. And as we are asking those questions, we see that the person becomes so upset, basically just absent. And then, of course, we are confused. We're like, well, we have a dance lesson. We're asking the very important question for us. And, how come the other person is just getting so upset? Well, the truth is that person is not interested in footwork, in syllabus. That person entirely likes doing the routines.
And they're great at it.
So now, whose problem is that we are in that environment, in that room with that teacher? I think our problem. Because if at that moment in time we don't have problem with our choreography and we have problem with our footwork, why would we even take lesson with that person, right? So it doesn't make the teacher a bad teacher, but I think for the teacher as well, it's so much easier, and the person is more inspired when she teaches you something that
they're excited
about, of course, yes.
Or they know the best.
Or it can be actually opposite example. The person is so good at, and I had personally, actually, one time terrible experience. I really needed a quick step routine, and I choose the teacher couple, right? So they were really good. All they were talking about is some syllabus stuff, and also some tips basically about the posture. So I really needed the quick step routine, and I'm telling you, the lesson really did not go well. No one was fighting or anything like that, but I was disappointed because after 2 or 3 lessons, I still left without any quick step routine. And then probably they thought I'm really dumb because I was asking them really irrelevant to them questions.
Yes. So yeah, it is really useful to know the Prism method before you go for any kind of lesson, or before you know what to ask your teacher. Okay, so it is very important to be on time with what you're learning at the moment. Let's say if you have really troubles with posture, but you really want to get that personalization into your dancing, you have to be realistic about it, all right? And you have to know that at the moment you have to be patient, you have to fix your posture, because most likely any lesson you're going to go to, people are going to fix your posture. So that's number one, all right? So you have to, develop gradually.
Yuko is laughing. Yuko, we really feel for you, okay? I think right. You're doing a good job, and we always like the way you look and dance, you and Tom.
Well done. Yeah. Right, so first of all, you have to be realistic and move gradually into the layers, okay? So if you don't know any syllabus or you don't know your footwork, most likely the teacher's going to pick up on your footwork before anything else, right? So, but also, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the comments and
yeah.
questions I would like to answer. I don't know if you want to.
Yeah, go ahead.
So Deborah is asking really good question. How do you know what coach is good at?
All right.
So again, as we said, and I started to dance when I'm 6 years old. Everybody's older than me. I have to respect everybody. So I still have this kind of mindset. We have to respect the teachers, right? So again, if I have certain qualities more developed, like I prefer to do great choreography. Doesn't mean that I'm so bad in other things. So as we, if I answer your question, Deborah, it's actually something that is coming very soon. There is a website, you can check it out right now already. It's called ballroompages.com. We truly believe that this website will be very successful in the nearest future because it has the data, and basically it's like a database of teachers, of studios, of events, of everything. You literally can find everything in there. And the guys from that website, they really liked our idea with the Prism method. So what they want to do, and they're working on it basically as we speak right now, if you want to find a teacher in your area, the teacher will be there already ranked by the teacher itself with the qualities or with the layers of Prism method that he or she prefers to teach over the others. So if I register as a teacher on that website and I expect people to come to me, I would say, let's say, I will make the emphasis on posture and on dynamics, let's say. So now at least the students, they know the teacher's quality, which one is more developed than another.
But you're
the
talking
website,
about the new site,
yeah.
the new teacher. The website is
ballroompages.com. Like,
We
you
will
know,
link it.
white pages used to be a huge book. So this
Or
is
yellow pages.
yellow pages,
Yellow
sometimes white pages as well. ballroompages.com. Please check it out. The announcement will be really soon. We personally have nothing to do with that website.
We're not
We are
paid
not,
for this advertisement.
Yeah, this advertisement is not paid. The idea of the website is great. We find out about it. We know the guy who is developing it, and you know, I think the idea is great, and we are very grateful and really honored that they liked our method and they see the future.
Yeah, guys, we will just put a link underneath this video or in the comments later on. All right, now, answering Deborah's question as well, Yaroslav, means when you are basically searching for a new teacher, you will be able to do that by seeing what they prefer to teach. But if you already have a teacher, I think if you're taking a lesson, if you're taking lessons with them for quite some time, you already knowing the Prism method already, haven't heard it today, you will be able already to tell what your teacher is good at, because this will be something that they teach most of the time. They will teach you most of the time. Maybe they understand and they're good at a little bit of everything, right? But they teach you a particular level at the same time because they feel like you need it right now. So not necessarily, for example, in my case, if I have a beginner student coming into the lesson and I'm great at dynamics, I'm not going to teach them dynamics, obviously, right? I will still teach them all the basics, all the syllabus first, and no matter what my personalization in this way, what my good layers are, no matter what, we will still go through the layers. We're talking about a little bit higher level. When you already descend on every layer, then probably you would want to go specifically and search for, you know, the information that you need on a particular level.
Michael is asking the question about, so the question is, when taking a lesson from a coach and your style is swing or rotation in standard versus drive style, what is the best way to take information from them and not change your style? All right, so my personal answer would be, we need to understand, again, we can understand using Prism method why that comment is being actually even there from the teacher. You know, the drive versus rotation and sway. So we need to come back to mechanics and we need to find out our sequence. So the sequence is always frontal movement, rotation, and then sway. No matter style, you cannot really change the sequence on the mechanical level. So if the comment is based on the mechanical layer, which means there is some, you know, mechanical issue, you can't move, problem with the, you know, the problem with your partner, or balance, or something that really strikes. If that's the issue, we have to come back to the sequence, again, find out where is the neutral position, and really time actions correctly. That's number one. Now, can be on the layer of dynamics. So on the layer of dynamics, again, speaking about myself, because my mechanics is certain level, let's say high level, I can bend the rules. So I can really rotate earlier than the sequence. I can sway more and like later sometimes, or earlier again than the sequence. I don't have any mechanical issue. Like I never fall out of balance. I'm saying it very, very humbly, you know. I have a lot of I have a lot of other problems. I just don't have these problems. So now, if that's the case, the dynamics, then this can be actually a little bit more complex question, because now the real question is, if you're doing dynamics and you have a comment, then you're doing really, really strange looking sways and rotations, right? So let's say your mechanics are good, you're doing dynamics. I actually had this comment quite recently, if you remember, Lilia, we had lesson with somebody. So at first I was also really, really confused. I'm like, why am I getting this comment? And then I realized, well, I did so much dynamics and I bent so much rules. But I think going forward and thinking how it's going to be at the competition on a performance level, I might put myself in trouble, because the judge will be looking at me 2-3 seconds, sometimes even less. And if I am stuck in some kind of, strange shape with a strange angle, I don't think this will be very beneficial for me. Now, the teacher did not tell me which layer was it. I kind of figured it out by myself. And I think that's the benefit of the method, that
of knowing it.
Yeah. We realize what's going on and why we have certain types of comments. It took me a while actually during the lesson to realize what's going on with me. But so that will be my answer to the question. First, understand the layer. Mechanics, clear sequence, we have to follow it, cannot really change. Dynamics, make sure you're good at mechanics and see how you're bending the rules. If we're talking about going to the performance, doing the competition, again, you have to tick certain boxes for the competition. Cannot be just focused on your musicality and then get lost in that heat with 23 other couples. So this is where we're at
right
as far as
so
this question.
Deborah is asking, she means an extra coaching, that her teacher is fabulous. We know
sure.
that.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, if it is an extra coaching, the best way, Deborah, was going to be to ask your main teacher. So just ask them. I'm sure they're gonna know if they're taking you for particular coaching. Ask them what are we going to learn from that coach, or what do you think
Which
they're
set of
great
skills
at? Yes.
I have to develop.
Yes.
What is my weak side, let's say?
We have those coaches that we know we only go for routine, or we only go for musicality. We go for that inspiration to personalize our dancing. We have those coaches who purely do footwork, and we admire that as well, because we love footwork and we go there to see what's going on with our syllabus layer and stuff like that. So, yeah.
We have coaches, we don't go. That's a joke.
Gosh.
That's
Yeah,
a joke.
but it really, even without people knowing that we use the Prism Method, it helps us to communicate with each other so much, and it helps us to get the best out of the lessons we take.
Moving forward, guys, we would like to point out, because we actually get transferred to this teacher-student, relationship. We truly believe in having a main coach, even though it's not very easy sometimes. Now, I think that the main coach is somebody who really has to have just one quality for the student, or the main coach for the couple. And that quality is very simple. It's willingness to help. It just has to be a decent human being with a set of, qualities that will always be there for you. And trust me, this is more than enough. Might be not the best dancer in the past, let's say, or not the world champion or anything like that, but this willingness to help the long term, this is what really matters. And then talking about the quality of the student as well. So we already see a lot of great students joined this slide, because now how we can see that you're asking the questions, right? So the quality of the student should be the willingness to learn. Asking questions in the,
in a humble way.
In a humble way, polite way, understanding the methodology, understanding what's going on with your dancing. When you're just a beginner student, of course it's very hard. You have to follow the teacher a lot. But then we all have to learn, right? So as we're having lessons, what is good for you and what is what feels more comfortable or less comfortable, let's say. So those are the things that you have to be aware of. Of course, we're all dancing, and there are there is different motivation. Some people go into dancing to lose weight, that's fine. Some people want to have fun, meet their friends, that's fine. I think when having this life, we have this life definitely for people who are quite competitive, and this is our audience at the moment. So for us right now, for this audience, I think we have to be aware, we have to have this willingness to help as a teacher and to learn as a student, and we have to get into it. We have to stop being confused, and this is what it's all about.
So Mike is asking a question. In Foxtrot, sometimes I get criticized for slow end timing, and they are unhappy with anything but slow, quick. How would I respond in a lesson to this? This is a great question, Mike. Okay, we see some likes to that comment already. So quite a few people probably were in this situation as well. I think we were in this situation many times too.
Yeah. You can do slow, quick, slow end, and even quick, slow, right? And then
this is definitely musicality layer. So
really
when you are
depends.
in the level that you can afford to play with it, it is great. So when you're cautious about you bending the rules, yeah, you understand it's not the basic rhythm. It's great that you can do it. So do it. But in case this situation at the lesson,
very, very simple. If the tempo suffers out of it, then better do something to maintain the correct tempo, because tempo is syllabus, and you really can't do anything about the tempo. It's there, and you have to match it. Then this is, like Lilia said, this is a musicality layer, almost like a personalization layer. So if you're doing slow end and preparing for a big competition, and the teacher sees from the outside that it's going to be very tough at the competition, and often people look at you 2 seconds and they will not get the slow end rhythm, and they would think you're out of time. This is the decision you have to make. Yeah, I'm playing safe, or maybe I will do slow end, even more exaggerated. Then maybe we can see how we can play with the routine to really highlight that rhythm. So this is the decision we have to make. But there are three different versions. Slow, quick, by far is not a bad version, and there are a lot of things you can do on slow, quick. You can do definitely slow end, and even quick, slow. It really depends. This is more musicality, dynamics. That's not on the first 3 layers.
Yeah, and I would say, Mike, answering your question as well, that you have to discuss, if you really trust your teacher, discuss it and ask them if it's beneficial. I really want to play with the music. I'm so bored of doing slow, quick for over the years, right? I really want to play with it, and I really want to put this different musicality, different manner in my routine. Ask them where is the best moment. Maybe it's not that very first feather step that's gonna look the most striking for you, right? If you really want a slow end, maybe this is something in the middle of the routine, and then you have a bunch of syncopations afterwards. Then you have quick and right afterwards. So you really delay that slow end, and you go into something much faster that would really look on a contrast, like you're playing with the music, like you're actually putting in different manners and different rhythms in. So this will come across on a performance level like you're doing it on purpose, rather than might be late, in the beginning of the foxtrot.
Yep.
So, and I would say really talk with your teacher honestly and tell them, I want to play with the music. I'm not talking about basic rhythm. Of course, I'm aware of basic rhythm, slow, quick, but I really want to do something different.
Guys, we went already over an hour. I want to say to Instagram people, if you got disconnected, we will redo the live stream. Just bear with us. With Facebook, we can go a little bit longer. And we don't want to take too much of your time.
We also got
some questions. Yeah, I don't think we have time to answer all of them, but
just a few we've got in advance from our
one really interesting question we got from Victor from Canada about the setup and basically the posture when the partners are the same height.
Yeah. I think it's a great one.
Very good question.
I used to have a partner who was the same height with me, and I've actually had a little bit longer legs than him, so I had to adjust a lot. So I was through that experience, and now I've had partners who are much taller. Yaroslav is a good height for me, but he's also taller. So I've been through the situation when I've had different heights and sizes in my partnerships.
Yeah. So there are definitely different adjustments. Now we will answer the question a little bit, but also would like to mention that we will do our next layer posture, and we will do a lot of content on it. It will be available on our website. The best way again is to subscribe to our website for free. Just fill out the email form, and then we can stay connected with you guys and notify you if there is anything new going on.
We already have the whole layer of syllabus videos on our website, yaroslavlilia.com. Thank you, Katerina. So we already have the full layer of syllabus recorded. You can go ahead and watch it. And please subscribe to stay updated for the posture.
Going forward with the posture, we will have, the way we want to do it, it will be really like a posture 101 from ground up. You start just by standing straight, and at the end of that course, you will have posture correct way with all the important
Hi guys.
alignments and everything. So this is how we want to do it, and actually we start filming next week. So within 3 weeks time, I think it will be available.
Coming very soon.
We will be very grateful if you check it out. So there are adjustments to posture when the two partners are the same height. Few things you can start with right away is talking about the height, right? So the girl definitely. Oh, we already have subscribers. Thank you guys very much. We have the notification. So feet of partners. The further they are, the more chance that the girl, if she is the same height as the boy, will fit in. So by increasing the distance between the feet when we do the setup, the girl has a chance to produce more curve, and as a result of that curve, visually she becomes a little bit slightly more shorter because her whole length is going to the curve.
And by distance we mean the depth. We're not going
yeah.
more offset. We mean the sagittal plane, so we have distance between our bodies in the depths.
Yeah. So some people say that maybe you can go more offset. In my personal experience, over 20 years, I never seen how it helps, not even one time. So we do not recommend you to go more offset. However, if the length of the arm is so great, maybe that's worth trying as well. But the depth, the distance is number one thing. Now, for the guy, very important, when you understand the 5 points of connection, and especially the one with your right wrist, yeah, it's really important to find the correct connection right wrist.
Okay.
Sorry, we will
never
end
danced
up
to the
dancing.
sofa before.
Yeah. So the connection of this area. So no matter how tall Lilia are, maybe she is so tall, I still have to hit it here and then close the hand. If she is so short, same,
that's what I was about to say,
same idea. I still hit it here and then I close my hand. So in this way, I'm not confused. I already closed my hand. I don't know where the connection points are. And then I start moving my hands on the back of the girl. This will be very confusing, of course, and very uncomfortable. First of all, for the guy, I know it, because when I was lacking all that information. Здравствуйте, Наталья Владимировна.
Oh, our first teacher has joined.
Our first teacher has joined
on Instagram.
So
hi guys.
So that is really uncomfortable. When I used to not know that information and I'm doing some corrections with my frame, that's the most uncomfortable feeling ever in my life. When my frame is being corrected, without me understanding what's going on and the wrong moment in time.
I'm going to answer Sabrina's question in a second. So what Yaroslav means about that contact point is no matter the height of the partner, because I used to coach a lot of people who had huge difference of height. So not even the same height, but also big difference in height. This is also very important that you go and check where your connection points are in relation to the partner, not in relation to your own self. So when the size are not perfect size, so your partner is either the same height as you, or again there's a lot of difference in the height, you have to always come back to where you are, where you're connecting to your partner, no matter their size.
No.
So don't look for your own posture, how you think it's supposed to look from when you're watching another couples, but think how you connect to your partner in relation to their size. And again, we're going to talk about it a little bit more in our posture layer.
Sabrina as well.
Yeah.
We got some sensitive, dangerous subject in here. She says, if I do that, putting feet more back for more distance, my hips going forward, is that okay? It is okay, but it has to be under supervision, I would say, because if we put hips forward and if we put pelvis forward, and then we have to see how our hip joints work, because pelvis, hip joints, different things. So we don't want to be stuck on the other person with the hips. They definitely will go, there will be some adjustment with the pelvis. And I think most likely it's going to go forward. But so it will go a little bit more forward, but we have to make sure that the hip joints are not switched off at that moment in time, and they're not locked in, overextended. Yeah. So under the supervision, this is all, theoretical stuff. We hope you like it, but when you're actually doing it, the precision and the, your main teacher, your main coach, this is what really, really matters in here.
Yeah, this is what is important. All right,
guys, we have to wrap up. We are very grateful you joined us today. We already have subscribers and so many comments.
Thank you for your comments. This is the best. We really love when you're asking questions.
Yeah, we had over 50 people total watching at the same time, the whole time, and we have to see the stats, how many people really saw it today. This is, we really didn't know how
we didn't know what to expect.
This is our very first live, right? We never done anything like that. And it was challenging with all these connections, computers, and everything. So we are very grateful. Thank you so much.
Guys.
We had great time. We will do more lives in the future. I think we will try to do something maybe like once a month or something. February, if we do our live, we're gonna do it from Kiev, Ukraine, because we are going to visit our family and friends in there, and we have some things to do in there. So we will see you in February, definitely. Please subscribe to our website so we can share all that information with you. Remember our website is yaroslavlilia.com. Our YouTube channel is not doing really well, so if you can share the YouTube channel Prism Method with all the syllabus, we will be very, very grateful, because the algorithm is killing us.
We will leave all the links down below. Thank you so much for all your comments. Thank you from everywhere you were watching. We will save this video so you can rewatch it, right? We will try to save it.
We put it on our website as well, and maybe on YouTube as well. And the other website we mentioned, ballroompages.com. It's already working. There is no announcement yet, but you can check it out. I think it's going to be very, very big project, beneficial for everybody, from the event organizers to the students and teachers, for everybody. So we really believe in this. All right, thank you so much. We have to say bye. We hope to see some of you guys very, very soon. Bye bye.
All right, please take care and stay safe.
Have a good day or evening.
Bye.